Hey y'all, welcome to Culture Cult. My name is Marie. I am the host of the show, and this is a show where we are on a mission to learn about every country in the world, and I tell you all the craziest freaking story from that country. I am also a digital nomad, and I've been a digital nomad for 3 years. And if you don't know what that means I pretty much work and travel at the same time. And I wanted to do an episode about the 12 things I do not leave the country without when I'm doing a long-term travel trip as a digital nomad. Now, some of these things I'm going to tell y'all are going to be like, damn, you're bougie. This is not a great episode for someone who is maybe they're doing like a 2-week backpacking trip to Europe, or you're going to go stay in a resort that has everything you kind of need. This is a great episode for anyone who also travels for a very long time. Maybe you're a slowmad. Maybe you don't have a home base. Like I don't have a home base. I literally go to a different country every 2 to 3 months. So I really create a home in a different country. And then once the visa runs out, I go to the next one. And so with that, I need things that make me feel like I'm at home, just travel essentials. So this is a great episode for any slowmads, long-term travelers. Like I'm gonna put y'all on one, and it is not gonna be an episode where I'm like, bring a travel adapter. Like no shit. Like I'm not gonna tell you stuff that you could find on Pinterest is what I'm gonna say. Okay, so let's get into it. The first one, I don't know if y'all have noticed, but most places do not have AC. And I'm from America where it's like comfort is king. So we have AC everywhere. Most countries, especially Europe, most countries do not have AC. Hopefully they have a fan. So I bring an ice mask, and this is what you're going to put in your freezer overnight or all day. And when it's hot as hell, you just put it on your face, pop it on, and then put it back in the freezer. And if it's so hot you can't sleep at night, like there was one time I was in Budapest, dead of summer. I had one fan, yes, but it was like unbelievably hot. And I had to take an ice cold shower and then put the ice mask just to go to sleep. That thing is going to save you, and it's like $2 to $3. By the way, all of these things will be in the show notes, so you don't have to remember it. I'll have a list of all the things I talked about today and where to buy them. So number 1 is an ice mask. Number 2 is a JBL Travel Speaker. Y'all, this is a vibe. This is a luxury item. You don't need it like the ice mask. You really need the ice mask. This is just a vibe. Like, let's say you met some friends, you're going to go to the beach. Let's say you're renting a motorcycle in Bali and you want to jam out to some music, like on a long drive. Like, it's just, I don't know. For me, music is a big part of my home life. Like, I'm always singing. I'm always dancing in my room. Music brings me joy. So I bring this travel speaker, and it's great for socializing, like events with new friends. Maybe you're going to have new people over. You got a speaker. You don't have to play it off your phone and put it in a cup like a 20-year-old frat boy, Okay, number 3. Now, this is a new one, and I am like, what have I been doing? This is also a bougie luxury travel item that I'm so excited to try out. This is a travel smoothie maker. Now, my uncle showed me this, and I was like, where did you get that? I want one. And he bought it for me. Thank you, Uncle Brian. He bought me a travel smoothie maker. So essentially, like, it's a small portable smoothie maker that you just pop on the cup, and then you take the cup off, and then you can walk away with it, and it's chargeable. And I think that's something visual you'll probably need to see. I'll have the link in the show notes, but this is so essential because I did a trip last year, 10 months between Asia and Europe and Australia. And as you're traveling, like you guys know, like you don't know how much access you will have to fruits and vegetables. And like, it's hard to almost even, there's markets and grocery stores, but it's almost hard to even like keep up the intake of eating healthy when your entire environment's constantly changing. And having a smoothie is just going to be a great way, a fast way I can get all the nutrients I need. And I'm very, very excited about the travel smoothie maker. So that's number 3. Number 4, this is another luxury bougie item, and it weighs 4 pounds. It does weigh down my bag, which as we know, costs you when you have to weigh your bag at the airport. But this is my, you're about to judge me. I'm so serious. I needed this. It's my travel Lululemon yoga mat. Yes, it was $100, but why is it $100? A, it's Lululemon, so it's high quality. It's not one of those yoga mats that's going to shed on you and shred in the yoga class. And everyone's like, ew, that's gross. This is a travel mat that you can throw in the wash. Literally throw in the wash. Let's say you're going to go out on a picnic with your new travel friends and you don't want to sit on the grass, like boom, you have a travel mat. Or if you want to do all these yoga classes or gyms, and they're going to charge you most likely to have a mat, you have your own and you can throw it in the wash and let it dry out outside. Don't throw that thing in the dryer. It's $100, but I've had it for a few years and God, I love it. I love it. So if you are a fitness focused person. Okay. Number 5, this isn't a luxury item. This is, I would say, an essential item, packing cubes. Most of y'all probably know about this, but if you don't, packing cubes are a game changer of how you can pack more in a less space. And they're very, very cheap, but this is really, really big. And I'm not good at packing and I'm not good at organizing, but packing cubes will keep your shit organized and you can just go so much further. So packing cubes are a must. Okay. Number 6 is Chacos or Tevas. And I'm from America, but I'm from the South and I grew up with everyone wearing these shoes. So I was very familiar with them, but maybe y'all aren't. Essentially, they're these strap-on little Jesus looking sandals, but they're so good. If you are going to go white water rafting, you can wear them. If you're going to go walk on cobblestones all day, you can wear them. They're just a flexible shoe. They're an outdoor shoe and you can go swimming in them, kayaking. You could walk around the city all day. I wear them everywhere. So I think that's just a shoe I always bring. I always bring a Chaco, a sneaker, and maybe a combat boot. Or I brought heels and that was dumb. I never wore them because most countries, they just don't have the same ground. They have cobblestones or maybe it's mud or sand. It's not always concrete. So I don't think bringing heels is smart. I think a nice combat boot or a nice white sneaker will get you anywhere you need to go. So in a Chaco or Tevas are a great shoe for if you are more adventurous and you're gonna be outside all the time. Okay, number 7. I think this is a 7. This is for girls. I have this black tennis skirt. It doesn't look like a tennis skirt, but essentially it is. And I will not go anywhere without this tennis skirt. It has pockets in the shorts underneath. So when I'm out and about, I say I go to the club or the bar and I don't want to have my purse on me, maybe you're in a place where you could be pickpocketed, or you want to hide your phone, or just you just want to have easy access to something on you, but you don't want it on you where people can see. I put my phone or my wallet or my keys even in this inside pocket of my tennis skirt. So I can go out dancing all night, hands free. I just stick everything in the pocket of my skirt and it's dress up or dress down. You can also work out in this skirt. It's perfect. You can go out and dance in the club all night and be hands free and pickpocket free, or you can go actually play tennis. So I love my black tennis skirt. I'm going to probably have some trouble finding where I found this exact one I had because I bought it 3 years ago. But essentially, just look up a black tennis skirt. And that's going to, with obviously pockets on the shorts. And that's really going to be a game changer for you if you want a flexible capsule outfit. Number 8, this is going back to luxury bougie, not essential, but damn, it really makes a difference if you're traveling for a long time. And you also are maybe a person who likes a cozy home. I have these travel string lights. You can also get solar string lights if you want to do that. But my travel string lights are such a game changer at making me feel at home anywhere I go. Because it can get lonely when you first get to a new country and you don't know anyone yet and you don't know the home you're in yet very well. It doesn't feel like your home. And just turning on those string lights and just making it your space and cozy, it just does something for your mental health for long-term travelers. Again, this episode's not really for the 2-week post-college backpacker to Europe because you're like, damn, why would I bring all this shit? Yeah, this makes I wouldn't bring string lights if you're going on a couple month backpacking trip. I probably wouldn't bring the travel yoga mat. I probably wouldn't bring the travel smoothie maker. This is again for the people who are traveling for a long time and they want a sense of home when they're traveling. Number 9, this is more towards just saving your ass because you may get sick on the trip and that just happens, I like to take charcoal pills. Now, my friend Caitlin a long time ago told me about charcoal pills because we were drinking a lot. And she said, if you take charcoal pills before you go out and drink a bunch and binge drink, you will not have a hangover the next day. And I was like, whoa, that's crazy. So that's how I found out about it. But then I looked up the other qualities about it. Charcoal extracts all of like the toxins in your body. So let's say you're not feeling too hot, maybe you ate something, you go ahead and take a charcoal pill. It will dehydrate you. Make sure you're drinking water through like after you take the pill. But this is really, really helpful if you are not feeling well, like you have an upset stomach and you just ate something. For example, Bali belly is a common thing that happens. People get sick in Bali. And I traveled for 10 months and I didn't get sick, only in Bali, of course. And it was after eating sushi. And I, oh my God, I was so sick and I got a fever and just was on the toilet, did not feel good. And I actually had to miss Thanksgiving over it. I went to Bali to celebrate Thanksgiving with a bunch of people and I had to skip Thanksgiving because I got sick. And I took the charcoal pill and it alleviated all of my like stomach issues. I still had a fever the next day because that's not what it fixes, but it alleviated my stomach issues. So charcoal pills, you can find them over the counter. You can find them in any like health store. I even found them in Portugal. Okay. Number 10, this is bringing your own sort of coffee machine with you. And you might think this is luxury, but you're actually being financially smart because you're going to spend so much freaking money on espressos in Europe or like just going to all these cafes because you need your caffeine. And that will add up. So I suggest investing in a small travel coffee machine. There's two I suggest. There's one, I think it's called AeroPress. That one's really good. I used that when I was in Scotland a long time ago. And then I also use a Vietnamese coffee machine, it's a slower process, but it makes very good coffee. And it's super simple and very light and very small. And this is how you're going to save so much money. And you can actually just go out and get coffee as a luxury and as a treat me situation instead of like spending £5 a day just to get your fix. Okay. Number 11 is a travel robe. I'm actually wearing it right now because I just went to the gym and I just showered and I was like, oh, time to put on my travel robe. Essentially it like rolls up in a little ball and yeah, but it's super lightweight and it's just really good because you don't always want to just like sit in your towel after you get out and of the shower. I mean, I love how I'm like mansplaining what a robe is. Okay, like y'all know what a robe is. It's a travel robe and it's small and compact. Okay, cool. The last one, this one's pretty obvious too, but a travel towel. Now you're going to be sold some of those towels that like have that weird material. I feel like you know what I'm talking about. It's that weird kind of fibrous material. I hate those towels. It doesn't get like the wetness off of you. I really hate those towels. I just have like a thin, very thin kind of like Turkish looking towel I got from H&M one time. And that has been my travel towel for 2 years. So, okay, I'm going to go over all of those real quick. So the 12 things I do not leave the country without if I'm doing a long-term slowmad digital nomad trip is ice mask, a JBL Travel Speaker, a travel smoothie maker so you can get your nutrients in, a Lululemon, I sound so snobby when I say that, but a Lululemon yoga mat, packing cubes, Chacos or Tivas or a knockoff equivalent, a black tennis skirt with pockets so you can dress it up, dress it down, and avoid being pickpocketed, travel string lights, charcoal pills to help with your tummy issues if you have any abroad, some sort of coffee machine, a travel size coffee machine like an AeroPress or a Vietnamese coffee machine, a travel robe, and a travel towel. I would love to know what y'all bring, like your must haves when you travel. Yeah, because I feel like there's just so many things and I love travel hacks. So go ahead and hit me up on Instagram at Culture Cult Show. And I would love to know what y'all are traveling with. Real quick, I wanted to add what y'all sent me on Instagram of things y'all can't travel without. So the first one I actually want to add is one I absolutely forgot. And this is another one of those bougie things you don't need, but I love it, is an Enu hammock. It's ENU. It's just a travel hammock that's like the size of your palm that like, oh, it's just so good. Even if you're in a busy city like London, you could find a park and just set up a hammock and create your own space. You're on the beach somewhere in Southeast Asia. You can, pull it up against a couple of trees. You can take an afternoon nap. When I was in the Philippines, I slept in a Enu hammock for 2 weeks. It was some of the best sleep I ever had. So definitely suggest bringing a Enu hammock if you're an outdoorsy person. Okay, another person messaged me and said, tote bag. Duh. I actually have a fold up like tote bag that is wraps up into the palm of my hand. I really suggest like something like that where something that's very easy to pack. Also, someone suggested a silk pillowcase. That's really good. I keep forgetting to buy those, but it's really good if you're doing like hostels and you're jumping places quickly. Like you just want to have your own pillowcase. It's also good for your hair. Someone messaged me anti-diarrhea pills. Yes. Again, I mentioned charcoal pills in the episode, but yeah, especially if you're going places like Mexico. I don't need to tell you more. Bring those. Okay, someone said crystals. Interesting. I can't lie with y'all. I'm not a crystal person. I love rocks. But I don't know about crystals. I feel like, is it a scam? Are we being scammed? But either way, this person, for them, it's important that they bring their crystals. I have one crystal that I bring with me, but that's just because it's pretty. So maybe, yeah, bring something that like brings you peace. So maybe it's crystals for her. Maybe it's your journal, whatever gives you that like peace while you're traveling. Someone said a Leatherman knife. It's kind of intense. Okay. Sure. Bring that if you can get it past security. And then someone said, this is so cute. Someone said a mini magnetic chess set. That's so cute. I had one of those when I was a kid and I forgot about those. So that's really cute. Okay. So that was just a couple of the last things that people messaged me on Instagram. And if you have any other ideas that you want to add it to the episode, feel free to DM me at Culture Cult Show. But anyways, I hope you'll have a great rest of your day. I would love to know where y'all are traveling next. As I'm recording this, I am currently home just resting after traveling for 10 months abroad. I'm going to be going to Mexico for the fall, which I'm very, very excited about, to celebrate Mexico's Independence Day and Day of the Dead, which will be so exciting. And I will be bringing my charcoal pills for sure there, because we all know about Mexico. Okay, cool. I hope you all enjoyed this little mini episode, and hit me up on Instagram at Culture Cult Show because I want to hear about your travel hacks. Just DM me. I'd love to know. Okay, cheers, y'all. Bye.